So first off is the person visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, and adjust to that. Second thing you want to look at is, are they towards or away driven? Now this is pretty easy. Because towards or away drivenness, are they more driven to avoid pain or to gain pleasure? And you can look at that in a bunch of ways. Let's say someone's at the gym and they're working out. Now here's the second one, towards or away driven. And we'll take a quick break after this. Towards or away driven is, are people geared more towards gaining pleasure or avoiding pain? And a good example I saw of this was at the gym. And I saw these two guys working out. And it was really interesting. There was a bunch of people working out. I had these two guys, and they're doing the bench press, and one guy's spotting the other guy. And the first guy is down, and they must have been in the military or something, I don't know what it was, but he's squatting down, and he's like, look, what are you, a wimp? You can't even push this? Come on. If you can't do this, you suck, you're a failure, you're this. And the guy's like, I am not. Boom, and he gets the bar up. That guy is obviously more which driven? Away. Right? If you don't do this, you're going to fail, you suck, it means you're weak. Oh no, I'm not. Boom. Right? You have to do this in order to avoid the pain of those labels. Does that make sense?
I thought you were talking about the guy shouting those things at him.
Well, both of them were.
They were both away.
They were away driven, right? Because that guy wouldn't have shouted those particular things, but the person on the bench wouldn't have wanted to work out with that guy.
Interesting.
So is that like a negative reinforcement or something like that?
No, it's just some people were driven, because what was interesting was I was doing a different exercise. So I had more sets. The next couple of people that came to the bench, also two guys, also kind of strong macho guys. But the one guy hits the other guy on the shoulder, he goes, baby, we're going to make that chest big today. You're going to be beautiful. The women are going to look at you with that pump on your t-shirt. They're going to be all over you at the club tonight, baby. We're going to make you look good. He's obviously more what? Towards driven. So this guy's hitting the bench to prove that he's not a wimp. The other guy's putting the bench because he wants some reward in the future. Now, if you're with a major client, like the president of a company, would that be some really important information to know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, this thing, as simple as it is, skewing your presentation this way can be the difference between really getting somebody motivated or leaving them flat. Right? Because if I go up to someone, especially if they're at a place in their life where they're kind of cynical or burnt maybe, I go, it's going to be wonderful. You know, it's going to do all these great things for you. And you're going to love it. They're going to be like, oh, everybody promises me everything. But if I go, I might go to that same person and go, look, companies that don't do this often lose as much as 20% of possible sales. Well, I can't lose any sales. Right? Which is going to motivate them. Because some people, you say that to them, they'll go, oh, no, our platform's stable, we're fine, we won't lose sales. They're not so worried about that. What they're thinking of is, do I want to build this company bigger? Other people, if they're way driven, are like, we're building things, that's fine, company's growing. I just don't want to, what? Lose anything or take a step back. I mean, do you see how important that would be to skew your presentation properly? So how do you find out if someone's towards or way driven? Ask them a few questions and see what they say. Right? Oh, yes, Eric.
Just a question, because Matthew and I are working on some lead generation programs, campaigns. If something like selling something and selling the idea of the immediacy of it, and things like that, and limited supply, and kind of those kind of promotions that are like, get this now, don't lose out. Are those trying to tap more into white people? Is that what you say?
Yeah, well, it's a slightly different thing, because that's tapping into something we'll talk about. I'm actually going to send you all a CD on, which is influence strategies, tapping into scarcity.
Yeah.
But why people do it could be for different reasons. You know, limited time only could for some people mean, hey, this is great because I'm getting a special deal. And other people would say, well, this is great because I heard about it, so I did not lose out. Right? So it's more about why that works for them. Some people it's like, well, I didn't want to lose out, so I did it. Some people said, hey, I wanted to get in there when there was something special for me, so I did it. But yeah, it plays a lot on what's called scarcity. If there's not a lot of them, you go do it. Right? Just like when there's a storm coming, everybody goes for the water. And it's like, well, wait a minute, did you need to buy all the water on the shelf? What are people worried about? right?
Scarcity problem.
Scarcity. I mean, they say to you, you need 72 hours worth of emergency supplies. Most disasters, if you can handle yourself for 3 days, someone will get to you. But people will buy an entire basement full of this stuff because they're worried, right? It's more scarcity. So how do you do it? You can ask them some questions, right? If you know someone works out a lot, you can say, oh, I hear you've been hitting the gym. Yeah, what do you like about the gym? Well, man, I'm getting old. I gotta get rid of this gut. So they're what driven? Away. Some guy goes, oh, I love it. I go there, I feel pumped, I feel alive. I feel like I'm 10 years younger. What are they? Towards. Just listen to what they say. They, whether it's giving a political opinion, if people are talking about their car, why they like or don't like a car. I don't like this car because it's wasteful and it does this and it does this. Great. What are they? Towards or away? Away. If someone says, oh, I love this car because it has all these features and the ride is smooth and it does all this, what are they? Towards. Right? Just listen to what they say, and all you gotta do is talk about why they bought something, what's their reason for doing something. Pay attention to what they answer. Make sense? So just bringing this back to this company,